There is a remarkable athlete here in the North Country who has become an inspiration to many across the country. Devin Murphy, a cancer survivor who lives in Keysville, first challenged herself and then discovered that sharing her story online has become a motivation to many others and raised awareness about the importance of exercise and accessibility. Our producer Michael Hansen has her story.
I hadn't ridden a bike since I was 11. So that was 91. 2015 was the first time I ever got to get on a bike. And it all comes back to you. It's like the wind in your hair and just that feeling of flying almost. I guess that's the best way to put it. It was just totally opened up new doors. I Am Able is the nonprofit organization based out of Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, and their whole purpose is to help people get up and move, specifically people with disabilities. It's where I got my first hand cycle from, and it's pretty much totally changed my life. I'm gonna take it off. The biggest question I always get is, why are you on crutches? So that's usually how a conversation will start. I had bone cancer when I was 11. I had biopsy up in Plattsburgh, and a few hours later the doctor came in and he said to my mom, "I'm so sorry. Your daughter has cancer. She has about 6 weeks to live." Luckily, my parents were like, "No, this isn't okay," and we went to Boston, to Mass General, where technology was a lot more advanced, and they said, "No, you were misdiagnosed. You're not fatal. You're not terminal yet. We can do chemo, we can do surgery, we can put you in a clinical trial, and we'll go from there." I spent 3 months of my life 100% totally immobile. I had what was called an allograft procedure. They took my hip bone, hip joint, femur out, replaced the femur with donor tissue, a donor bone, and just fused my hip. And that is how I became me. People are always like, "Would you change what happened? Would you, would you want it to be any different? Would you not want to have been sick?" And my answer is always a resounding no. That made me who I am today, and I'm okay with that. They're kind of in chronological order. This is the one that started it all. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but the Rock Eater in Plattsburgh, it's a small obstacle course race. Somebody said to me, "We would love for you to come with us, but there's no way you can do this." So that is what started it all. And that progressed to, hey, there's this really cool group called the Jimmy Fund in Boston that raises money for kids with cancer. And I said, if I can raise $2,500, I'm going to walk the marathon course, which is what I did. After my first marathon, where I was awful, I went back the following year and won. So that was kind of cool. And then my favorite one, that would be the year that I won the Boston Marathon. So few people can say that. It was so cool. I think we all come to grips with our mortality at some point. I just did it a lot younger, because when I was 11 years old, I envisioned like this tiny coffin. That was what I kept picturing. Will my friends come to my funeral? They're kids, will they come? Those are the things that went through my mind. And I like to think I'm still here because I have a purpose, and I need to do something to leave a mark. 100 Days of 5K started out as this little tiny idea. What can I do? What can I do to promote movement and wellness and just using the abilities that you have? We're all capable of doing this, so I'm going to start tagging people. Facebook, Instagram. I'm going to start encouraging friends, family, and strangers to get up and move. And it has gone from me doing a 5K every day to I now have people throughout the country who are also doing one 5K every single day for 100 days. They picked it up and they said, you know what, I can do this. Knowing that I almost didn't have the opportunity to get out of bed every morning makes me get out of bed every morning. You know, that was almost taken away from me. And I fought like hell to keep it. And there is no way I'm going to let a day go by without doing something to either help others, help myself, just do something that matters. That is what makes me move.
If you'd like to follow Devin on Facebook and see a full schedule of the 100 days of 5K events, you'll find a link on our website. You can also learn more about adaptive sports and how programs like I'm Able are helping to get more people moving.